Besides quality, trademarks also signal prestige. In some East Asia markets, a consumer can choose an unbranded watch and then choose the brand name to put on it. Thus, a consumer can get the prestige of a watch that proclaims itself to be a Rolex without paying the cost. These knockoffs, which violate trademark laws, reward the consumer and cheat the manufacturer of the authentic good. Unfortunately, standard economic tools were not designed for prestige, and they do not do a good job of measuring the costs and benefits of knockoffs. Question 5.8. The duration of copyright increased under U.S. law in several steps since the 18th century until it reached the life of the author plus 70 years. Suppose that a writer completes a novel at age 40. If the writer lives to be 75, then the copyright will last for 105 years. At an interest rate of 10%, the present value of $1 paid after 105 years equals much less than 5 cents. What does this fact suggest about whether the efficient duration of copyright is longer or shorter than currently provided by law? Question 5.9. In 1939, in 1939, the composer Igor Stravinsky received $6,000 from Walt Disney for the right to use the Rite of Spring in the animated film Fantasia featuring Mickey Mouse. Should Disney own the exclusive right to release the film in videocassette, which generated $360 million in revenues in the first 2 years after its release in 1996? Or are Stravinsky's assignees entitled to some of the money? Superscript 24, which reads, James Xenia, a discordant ruling, Forbes, October 5th, 1998, page 66, returning to the text. Question 5.10. No one may use a patent without the patent holder's permission, but in a limited set of circumstances, others may use copyrighted material without the copyright holder's permission. These circumstances, called the fair use exception, allow, for example, reviewers to quote from copyrighted material without permission, teachers to photocopy or distribute electronically, and assign limited portions of copyrighted material to their classes, and musical groups to include or sample copyrighted music in their own compositions. Use economic theory to explain why it may be efficient to allow the fair use exception. Question 5.11. Why is it efficient to limit the duration of patents and copyrights, whereas real property rights endure almost forever, with an important exception to be noted later in this chapter? Question 5.12. Trademark law does not allow a holder to sell a trademark independent of the good to which it is attached. Thus, Coca-Cola cannot sell its use of the trademark Coke to another producer of cola syrup. That mark may be sold only with the syrup produced by or under the supervision of the Coca-Cola Company. Can you provide an economic rationale for this restriction? Webnote 5.5. What are the appropriate remedies for unlawful use of a patent, copyright, or a trademark? See our website for a discussion of the economics of those issues. Webnote 5.6. This section has only skimmed the surface of the remarkable developments in intellectual property over the last 10 years. See our website for more on the issues of the law, such as private ownership versus open source software, how fashion industries uses IP, etc.